This indexing for a treble tone of a grand piano. Many times with the key blocks in, you set the location of the action in the piano, and you find that with the hammer job, or when you're installing or coming to a piano that you've not worked on before, that the treble tone is weak or thin or just has no power. So what we want to do is actually find out the proper location for where those hammers should be hung. One way to do this, an easy way, I've got a tape measure with a little hook end here that hooks right over the edge there, and I can index it and say, okay, well, we're starting at 7.4 centimeters out at the beginning where we are. Then you notice that if you shift the action gently, you can push it in, you can pull it out, and it's kind of like tuning. You find a place that's louder and then softer and louder again, and then say, well, that's a really good spot. I'm at 7.2 centimeters. And if we write it down on our piece of paper, or if you want to put it on a spreadsheet, however you want to do it, 7.4 is where we start. So we could say, okay, C8 needs to be 7.2. Now, of course, it's not a real quick process here. As we check each note, that would be B7 is 7.3 would be the proper location. B flat is 7.5. And what we're discovering here, I mean, normally we're taught to hang those hammers in a perfectly straight. So this is a new set of hammers that were put on maybe 6 months, 8 months ago, and followed the traditional straight line technique based on samples from where they were before, which may be a restorative process, putting it back where it was, but it may not be the most appropriate placement to get power out of these top notes. And what we'll actually end up with is a line that may wiggle a little bit, a millimeter here, a millimeter there. Definitely makes a difference in the tone in this whole top section. So this is the complaint of this piano right now, the piano professor, that there just isn't any power up top. So I'm going to come in, and what we'll do is index then from here how far the hammer is, and then take the hammers off, re-glue them at the appropriate distance based on, by index marks, how many millimeters in or out I need to move them. And then we should end up with a piano with a really good, solid, its best tone possible for this particular stringing scale and soundboard configuration.